Today we're installing the aux Pro roof rack from Bison Gear. I want to show you guys how to do it step by step so that you can do it yourself. So the first step obviously is to take off your rack, and I have a video of me doing that as well as waterproofing it for the future on a separate video that I will link over here. Secondly, I want to thank Bison Gear for being a partner of our channel and sponsoring us, sending us this gear, and I want to show you guys what comes in the box for the aux Pro. So this is how it comes out of the box. We have the sides right here, the cross beams, the wind fairing, the hardware right there, and the brackets to mount on your roof. So we laid it down on the ground to have a flat and wide surface to kind of mock everything up before lifting it up and putting it on top of the FJ. So first thing we're going to put together is the wind fairing. If you have a light bar that you're installing on here, you could skip that part, but I don't have one yet, maybe in the future. So I will be installing these two parts together. This wind fairing allows you for a 42-inch light bar. And then after that, we will be putting the sides together and then putting the cross beams to the sides. So what I really like about the aux Pro from Bison Gear is that it gives you two options for mounting your T-bolts or whatever you're mounting on your roof rack. So on this side, you have two channels. On the other side, you have one. So you could choose either one of how you want to put it on the roof rack itself. And then on the sides right here, you also have channels for wiring. So you have cable management capabilities so that you have no messy spaghetti wires. So now that the sides are done, what you want to do is flip them over so that the top is towards the floor. That is the reason you want a flat surface. I wanted to go with the two sections or two channels for the mounting for the T-bolts. So what you want to do is for every two holes here is a crossbar. So what we're going to do is just add those crossbars in here. So each two slots, that is equivalent to a crossbar. Now that the crossbars are done, let's install the mounting hardware. And when you do screw these on the roof rack, make sure to not tighten them all the way because we would need a little bit of wiggle room once we put it on the roof. Now we flip it. So last thing to do before we lift it up to the roof is install the wind deflector to the actual roof rack. So don't do the same mistake that I did. Before you bolt this crossbar in for the front, make sure you put in your T-nuts in there. And then you would just need your regular flange bolts and nuts here. And then, as you see on the wind fairing, there's 3 slots here. So I did the 3, goes in there. And then you just use the bolts for the T-nuts and install it. So before we carry the roof rack over to the roof, I want to show you guys how it's mounted to the actual roof. So there's a plastic spacer and a rubber washer at the bottom. And then you would use the longest bolts that's included in the hardware, a flat washer, and then a spring washer. And then I want to prep that all over here before we carry them over so that we're ready. And then we're going to jam some silicone into the mounting points. So now that all the spacers and washers are set, I just want to make sure that everything is water sealed, so I will apply more silicone to where the bolts will drive in. So I'm putting some around as well as underneath the rubber washer, just for a little bit more of peace of mind. Now that the roof rack is on, final touch is to put the 270-degree awning back from Open Road. So we ran into an issue yesterday. It's currently the following day. We ran into an issue of mounting the awning. So this is the T bolts that come with Open Road that were supposed to hold the L brackets down over here. But as you can see, it does not fit. So it would not go in. I did have some carriage bolts. These are 1/4 carriage bolts, but unfortunately they're a little smaller. So they're not really the perfect fit. What we found was, so the Open Road mounts, the L brackets that go here for the awning, they also include these clamps. So it has carriage bolts. And what it does is really, it kind of just holds these together like that. So what we did was, we found that these bolts actually fit very well. So as you can see, fit perfectly. So that's what we're going to use to mount the awning. This is where we conclude the video. I would say the build quality of the Aux Pro is definitely up there. Fairly easy to install. You just need an extra pair of hands to do it. Upgrading your roof rack is definitely one of those mods where the look of your FJ would go from 1 to 100 very fast. This is just the beginning. We're installing a couple of more accessories for the roof rack, so make sure you're subscribed to stay tuned for those. Lastly, I want to thank Bison Gear for sponsoring and supporting our channel with sending us these parts. And always remember to keep innovating and stay hungry. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.